Yo guys, what's up? It's Inflexxius. Today we're playing Jax versus Olaf top. So we're gonna auto-attack the minion wave a little bit here, just to secure prio. Just a little bit of, we just want to shove a little bit, not too fast. And here I'm gonna actually shove a little bit harder because I want to stack my passive, because Olaf is positioning kind of aggressively there, but he backs off. So we're just going to CS the minions here, and we're gonna go back to slow pushing. At this point we have so many minions, and we're so close to level 2 that it's very hard for him to contest us. Because once we hit level 2, there's no way he can contest us, right? We'll get stats. Here we bonk him a little bit. But yeah, we'll get stats, we get an extra ability. There's no way. We don't need to shove the wave anymore. And if we continue to shove the wave here, then we're going to push the wave too hard, right? It'll probably get caught right in front of his tower, and we never want that as Jax. So we're just going to slow push the wave here, and then we're going to hard shove this next wave here. Our top priority here is to get this wave in now, because we don't want it to be right in front of his tower. It makes us easy to gank. And it's just overall not a good place for us to trade. So here we're going to jump onto Olaf, trade with him here. And we're going to make sure that our minions, that our E hits all of his minions, is what I mean to say. That way we get a trade and we use our E there to help us shove the wave in. Now, we're pretty healthy, and we don't need to recall right now, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go see if we can mess with Skarner. And there we go, we see level 2 Skarner. So we're gonna run over here and see if we can't mess with him. Olaf is stuck under his tower, so he can't come help without losing a lot, right? So we see Zed coming in from mid lane. So I'm gonna try to combo the Skarner here, but he actually has his E leveled. So we're going to just flash away. Zed's gonna flash after us. Brand lands a really nice stun. Bonk the Zed. Flee! And at this point, Brand gets comboed by the Skarner here, so I might actually be able to come in from the angle, make sure that Skarner doesn't see me, and then we secure the kill. Now, we should get out of here because Olaf is on his way here, but there he is, okay. Brand flashes, gets the kill on the Zed. I mean, okay, fair enough. You know what? 2 for 2 is fine. Olaf does get 2 kills here. There's no way this Brand survives this, right? But that's honestly fine. Because Olaf came to help the play when the wave was pushing away from him, he lost so many minions. He lost this wave, he lost the wave before this one, and he's going to lose this cannon wave before he can get back to lane here. So he just lost an insane amount of minions. We're going to have a really nice XP lead here. Now, when he gets back to lane, he's going to have a gold lead because he got a double kill, right? But we're going to have an XP lead that we can leverage. Now, right here, I want to thin the wave, so I'm going to aggressively auto-attack minions here. Right now the wave is too big for us to set up a freeze, which is what I'm looking to do. So I'm going to auto-attack the minions quite aggressively here. And right here, I still need to thin the wave a little bit, but I'm going to slowly do it to keep my passive up, so that I can have my passive stacked when Olaf gets back to lane here. Going to mess with him, go for an E trade here. But at this point our E's on cooldown. He has plated steel caps, actually, and the wave is too big, so the plated steel cap's always a very big power spike. So the wave is just it's too hard for us to keep the freeze there, right? I guess I should have thinned the wave a little bit more. My bad. But at this point I couldn't contest him on that freeze, right? And that gives Olaf the opportunity to move here. And now we're basically on the other side, right? Unfortunately, a fight happens in the river, and because we were farming minions under tower, we can't risk going to help because we would lose so much, right? Now at this point, Olaf has blue buff, he's going to farm with axes, and he's playing safe because we have a level lead here. Also because he's kind of chunked out. So we're just going to slow push the wave here, and what our game plan is now is to slow push this wave, stack as big of a wave as we can and crash into Olaf's tower, and then we're going to reset and try to get back to lane to set up a freeze on the Olaf. That way we'll be able to spend our gold, and then we will have an XP and a gold lead on the Olaf, and he will not be able to contest us on the freeze. So we're just going to slow push the wave here. Now, generally speaking, when we look to all-in Olaf, we're going to want to wait until Olaf drops low before we use our E, right? In an all-in versus Olaf, we want to wait until he drops low for us to use our E, because Olaf's auto attacks are strongest when he's low on health, right? Because he gets attack speed from his passive and lifesteal from his passive, and then also his W gives him a bigger shield the lower health he is. His W also giving him attack speed, so it's likely he will use it when he's low on health. So generally speaking, we want to wait until he uses his W and he's low on health for us to use our E. Because that is when we are going to get the most value out of it, since that's when he's going to have the most attack speed, right? Now we're going to come over here and we have our Sheen Power Spike, so we're in a really good spot right now, and we actually get there in time. We get to leap onto the minions and drag the minions away to set up a freeze here. Very nice, very good stuff. Now we can punish Olaf even more, deny him even more XP here. And increase the level disparity, or the XP disparity. Now, Xin Zhao just took Dragon, so we need to be respectful that we might get ganked, because Void Grubs are up, so Skarner has incentive to gank us, because that secures them Void Grubs. As well as the fact that they know Xin Zhao's bot side after taking the Dragon, so Skarner might look to make a play top side here. So we trade with the Olaf here a little bit, use our E, hit him with another W, and then we leap away. And here he just kind of ults, fair enough. He wanted to ult-in us on our E being on cooldown, but we still had our Q to disengage. Now here we go for a quick trade on him here. We hit him again there, and we can just flash on him and finish him off here. He popped his ghost immediately, but we can just, if he comes back in like that, we can just finish him off. Worst case scenario there, we force his back, we crash the wave, and then we can reset, and and then we would have denied him more minions, essentially. So we see Skarner is in mid lane right now, so we don't have to worry about getting jumped. We get to just shove that wave out for free, and then we can reset, and maybe we can try to set up another freeze here. Ah, that's so sad. That would have been so good if Ashe could kill the Smolder there before she died. Now she gets denied all those minions. Very, very sad for her. But now we have our Phage, and now we have a very comfortable lead on this Olaf. 25 CS, and only a kill down. We have a very big XP lead on him. At this point, I want to say we have a full level lead, about a level and a half, maybe. Xin Zhao gets the Z, good stuff. Unfortunately, we don't get here before the wave crashes. So that's fine, we'll just collect the wave here. Xin Zhao makes it out against the Olaf. And now we're just going to slow push the wave here. Deny Olaf as many minions as possible by just letting his minions kill our minions, right? If your lane opponent is in lane, unless you have to be somewhere, generally speaking, the best way to deny them is to just slow push the wave, right? Because while the wave is slow pushing, your minions are going to die to his minions. Now, like I said, that's assuming you don't have to be there, right? If you need to shove the wave out immediately to secure Void Grub prior, right, then obviously you want to do that. But if you have nowhere to be, you just slow push the wave. Then you get to stack a wave and get a big crash into your lane opponent's tower, and then maybe do something with that. Now right there I hard shove the wave because I don't want the wave, because I'm pretty sure the next wave just gets caught right in front of his tower. Now here we bonk him with a W, and he immediately gets healed by the Soraka R. Sad. That's fine, I'm gonna come over here, I'm going to ward. And, oh no, I actually lost the plate, sad. And honestly, there's no reason for me to ward there. We saw Skarner bot side, Zed is mid lane, that ward's not going to do anything. So I actually trolled very hard by going to ward right there. My bad, my bad. There's no real point in warding if you know where everybody is on the map, right? Wards are for if you need information on that area, and we didn't, because we knew, because we'd be warding. Only reason we'd really need to ward is to know if we're getting ganked, and we're not going to get ganked for a while because we knew where everybody was, right? So at this point, I'm not going to trade with Olaf. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the wave slow push towards us. Olaf is losing a lot of minions while the wave is pushing towards us, and we can try to set up a freeze here. Now, trading with Olaf, the reason why I don't want to trade with Olaf here is because that would shove the wave towards Olaf, and then Olaf gets to use his lifesteal on the wave when it crashes into his tower, right? So if Olaf is just going to play super safe like this, a way we can punish him is by just letting the wave push towards us, denying the minions with his big wave, killing our minions very quickly here. And then we can set up a freeze. Now unfortunately Skarner's right here, so we do need to be respectful of that. But I'm still going to hold the wave here. Try to W the Olaf when he E's me, but I hit a minion, dude. That's so sad. But it's fine. We have it's not going to freeze. The wave is going to push towards Olaf, but it's going to do so slowly. So we're just going to let the wave push towards us here. Or not push towards us, but push away from us slowly. Because even though the wave is going to push away from us, Olaf is going to lose minions while that happens. As his minions kill ours. Ah, check, look bot lane to see. There's 4 people bot, we see them, but I want to see if maybe I could TP, but the fight was just over so quickly. And Ashe just gets one tapped, oh man, under her tower, very sad. Gonna try to jump onto the Olaf here, try to get a trade. And we managed to get a little bit of damage, but it's not really worth too much. Trying to zone him out of XP a little bit here. By keeping him very far away from the minions, but the wave is pushing away from him, or away from us, so it's kind of awkward, doesn't really work that well. At this point, Olaf might actually look to go roam on the brand, so I'm gonna start shoving here in case. And yeah, there he is. And unfortunately, we are going to lose our brand here, but hopefully we can take some plates back for it. There we go, we get 1 plate here. Beat on this tower until the minions are about to die. Get another W off, leap out, so that we don't take tower aggro. Melee creep comes into tower range, and this play is very low, so we're going to just go for it. And now Olaf is back in lane, so no more plates for us. But even though Olaf has been playing relatively safe, we have a 40 CS and 2 plate lead on him. So even though we haven't killed him that much, we have about a 900 or 1,000 gold lead on him. Probably around this point, right? Which is really significant, even though he hasn't been straight up feeding us. Now Olaf doesn't have ult, so we can just try to look for an all-in here. And here I go for it. R early, but save my E until he drops lower. Olaf flashes away. Skarner flashes onto us. Olaf stays in our Q range, so we can auto W him, and then we flash out before Skarner can finish us off. At this point, we just want to shove the wave here. Whatever's going on down there doesn't concern us too much, unless Xin Zhao gets dragged into the tower. But he should be fine. He's playing very aggressively there. I'm not sure I like that. I just want to get this wave, and that's all I want. So that is what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to prioritize hitting minions. And there we go. Key to the Xin Zhao, and we can recall in the bush. And now we can spend our insane amount of gold here, right? 2.8k back. So we can get our Triforce, our Ionian Boots. And you know, I actually want to try Navori this game, so I'm going to get myself a pair of daggers, and we're going to go run up to top lane again. I think the attack speed is probably going to be worth more than the crit cloak at this point, so I'll just get 2 daggers instead of a dagger and a crit cloak. Fight going on bot lane. They're getting to focus the Soraka there, so there's a good chance they will win that. Because generally speaking, you want Soraka to be your focus target if you can, right? Otherwise, she's just going to heal whoever is tanking. But she cannot heal herself nearly as well as she can heal other people. So here I'm just going to hard shove the wave. At this point, I want to look to play for the tower with our Triforce damage. We can take the tower very quickly. And I don't really want to freeze on the Olaf anymore, right? At this point, it's very late into the game. And freezing loses a lot of value at this point, in my opinion. So Olaf is defending, that's fine. We'll come down to the river here, check for a pink. And we'll ward the Herald, right? Now we can guard the Herald. We have a big power spike in our Triforce here. Olaf checks the bush with a axe, fair enough. And at this point, if Olaf is just going to defend here, then I will just kind of keep the wave in the center here. Jump on him if I can, because we do have our power spike right now, right? We are so scary right now with our Triforce. Okay, he dodges the E, fair enough. We're just going to kite out a little bit. And at this point, our E is going to come back before Olaf can kill us. I'm certain of it, so he's just going to lose this no matter what. And at this point, we don't actually know where Zed is. And our Xin Zhao is pinging us back, so I'm going to trust that call, and I'm a little bit scared as well. And there was Zed. Fair enough, so we're just going to back out here. Zed will just dive us. We can't defend the tower against them, right? So only thing we can do is recall. Maybe we can look for an angle to TP to this fight here if we need to. We get our Zeal. That tower is gone. No point in TPing to it. Smolder's TPing to this wave here. So I'm going to run straight over here for a second to see if maybe they need me for a fight that breaks out here. No, team is out. Fair enough. We're going to run top lane then. Now Zed is running top lane. I would really prefer not to play versus Zed. Jax versus Zed is pretty much Zed just throws poke at you. And you can't ever really jump onto him because he will just W your Q. So I would prefer not to lane versus him because it's not like he kills you, but you can't kill him anyway, right? Versus Olaf, where he can't threaten us at all unless he gets into our Q range, at which point we can just jump on his head, and if we ever do Q onto him, we just kill him. So that is why I'm going to go bot lane here, because I would rather the Brand matches the Zed here. Because the Brand also can absolutely not handle the Olaf, right? Brand will get run over by the Olaf. Brand's only way of kiting is his stun, and Olaf just kind of ignores that, right? Olaf is pretty good into our comp because our main ways of surviving are slows and stuns for our backliners, and Olaf can just press R and say no to all that, right? It's just, he got messed up in lane very hard because we are Jax. So we got to put him behind, because if Olaf got fed this game, then this game would have become very, very hard very, very quickly. So we're going to come in here, see if we can join this fight. We blast Kona our way in here. Beat on the smolder a bit, but we're going to immediately jump onto the Soraka, because prioritizing Soraka if you can is just ideal. I'm going to try to peel my Brand here, so I'm going to try to burst the Olaf. He managed to get out though, sadly. I'm going to see if I can try to get the Skarner off the Brand, but he just kills the Brand, unfortunately. So we're just going to finish off the Skarner. Maybe I can catch the Zed here. Zed shadows back, chase after him. I get hit by the axe. We have our E back, so we can just finish the Olaf off. We managed to dodge the Q as well by queuing onto the Olaf. At this point, I'm just going to leave. Zed outranges us by a lot, so it is very unlikely that we win this 1v1 scenario here where we're both 1 HP. So I'm just going to keep walking away until I see Zed, which we now see he's mid lane, because I don't want to get caught randomly, right? I have a big fat shutdown. I don't want to give Zed just a random kill. That would suck big time. So we recall, we get our item. And at this point, I'm gonna go towards a Sterax here. But yeah, it's not an ideal game to go Navori. They do have some kiting, but I feel like, because generally speaking, you only really want to... The only time I see Navori being decent is when you get to freely auto-attack people, right? Versus the enemy comp. But Zed has some kiting and Skarner has some peeling, but other than them, seems pretty fine, honestly, to me. So it's not the perfect comp, but it should be fine enough. So we're going to come in here. Use my R to get the armor, tank a bit. And we're just going to focus down the smolder. Now, Zed is ulting me, and he just one-taps me here, actually. So that's pretty unfortunate. Meanwhile, Olaf just kind of dove us in the back line and 1-for-1 with our Ashe. Team's trying to push through the Skarner, but the Skarner is too tanky, especially with the Soraka. There's no way. They can't get through that. Now Zed doesn't kill the Brand here because Zed uses R on me. And it is a bit unfortunate here because Zed does get my 1k shutdown, so that is not ideal. But it is fine. We're going to want to go bot lane here once we res, because we have TP, we want to leverage that. We want to leverage it by being on the opposite side of the map of the objective, right? So that we can join as we need to. However, I would like to go bot lane, but Ashe has decided that she wants to go bot lane, and if I go bot lane now, then it is kind of a waste of time, right? Because then we're just sharing farm with people, and then we're leaving top lane open to get pushed out and taken by the smolder here, possibly. So, you know, it would be better for me to go bot lane, but... It would be better for me to go bot lane, but unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way that you're allowed to, right? Now, we do manage to get the Zed. Unfortunately, Leona gets the shutdown, which is a real shame. At this point, I'm now going to completely leave top lane here, because I really want to go bot lane, right? I really don't want to be top lane here. I'm the only one on our team with TP, and I want to leverage my split push strength on the opposite side of the map. It's really hard to split push on the side of the map with the objective, because it becomes really easy to gank you, right? Because if you get ganked on the opposite side of the map of the objective, then your team can try for the objective, because the enemy team is on the opposite side of the map of it, so they're so far away, right, that you get that opening. However, If you're on the same side of the map, then the enemy team can pick you, and then now that they're still on the same side of the map, your team still can't really get to the objective. So it just works out better to split push on the opposite side of the map here. Fight going on mid lane, and I'm just going to keep split pushing here. No point in me moving over. Team is keeping distance, right? Team is keeping their distance, which is really good. If the enemy team stays distracted, I can actually get a tier 2 tower here. That would be 700 gold, right? And then maybe possibly get more even. Put a ward there. I like getting a ward there because it's a good, gives some vision, and it's also a good ward hop ward. And it seems like the enemy team is, yeah, forcing a fight mid lane, which is not ideal. Yeah, that's not what we're looking for. At that point, there's no point in me TPing there. The fight will be over, right? What I could do instead is just keep pushing down bot lane here and get some towers back for us losing our team there. So we get another tower here, we get the inhibitor. And at this point, Zed is here to stop us, so we're just going to back off here. Enemy team has too many players, right? If I TP into that tower, I probably just die to the 4-man dive with the Skarner, right? So I'm not really feeling it. I think I'm just going to let that go, let the mid inhib go. Recall, get the Sterax. Sell the refillable, get a pink. Ashe lands an ult there. I would have considered TPing behind them, but I'll be honest, my team was kind of far away, and I don't really trust them too much to follow up correctly. Maybe if I pinged earlier and team was more on board. Maybe if I pinged, I wanted to TP behind them and team was willing to follow them as closely as they could, then maybe we could have looked for something. Here we might actually get a smolder here though. So jump in here, layer our CC with Leona. We have our Q coming back. So we just Q onto him immediately. Here comes Skarner. Hello, how are you doing? He ults us here actually. So luckily we got our stun off beforehand, right? Now I really don't like how Leona ease in there. That's really not ideal. We just want to get out of here. Sidestep the Skarner Q. Good stuff. And let us leave. Give the Leona a thumbs up. Now we do have our red buff healing us up here. So maybe we can... No, we need to be ready for the dragon fight. I was thinking maybe I could shove another wave topside here. Keep the enemy team shoved in. However, I want to be recalled, items bought, ready to TP to the dragon if I need to. And if they contested right then and there, I wouldn't have been in that position, right? I would have been half HP, I would have had like 1,000 gold floating. It's just not ideal. So now we'll run top lane here. We'll shove that wave out. We see Xin Zhao engage in the Soraka there. We can manage to get her flash. Really good stuff getting the Soraka flash there. We shove the wave out, and now maybe we can look to make a play with our team here. We're hovering, applying pressure. We see Smolder both side. Now, Smolder does have TP, but then at least even we're just forcing his TP. So we're going to put a pink in here. Maybe we can jump onto the Zed. Okay, no, Zed puts a pink in there as well. Fair enough. We're just going to shove the wave here, except they're engaging on our Xin Zhao here, so maybe we can just beat up the Olaf here. Nothing's really focusing us. We don't need to use our E here. Here I use it though to get a little bit more damage onto the Olaf, percent max health damage from the E, right? If I'm going to jump onto the Olaf like that, I want to try to finish him off before he kills our Xin Zhao, right? Because losing our Xin Zhao here, when Baron is being contested, obviously sucks big time because that's our smite rule, right? We don't want to lose our smite. Leona tries for an E on the Zed, doesn't work out, sad. Looks like Skarner is engaging on our Xin Zhao there, or trying to. He's looking for something. The Navori is leaving me kind of squishy, so I'm hesitant to just kind of jump in there, right? That is one downside that I'm feeling to the Navori, is that I feel a bit squishier than I would like to be. Zed does kind of just, if he ults me, I'm in a bit of danger. So Leona gets an engage on the Zed there. I'm gonna jump onto the Soraka here, actually. Always focus the Soraka if I can. And we lost our Zinza. If we can get the Skarner, that's very preferable, because then they don't have a smite either. Now, they do have super minions beating on their Nexus tower here. But I don't think it's worth it for me to TP there. I think at best I get a Nexus tower, but pushing against the Nexus towers can be really awkward. I'd get one Nexus tower maybe, but then I wouldn't have my TP. And when Baron is up, I'm not sure if I'm feeling it. If Baron wasn't up, maybe my TP for the Nexus tower would be worth it. But right now, I feel like the pressure that I can apply with my TP by split pushing on the opposite side of the map, since their Smolder doesn't have TP, right? No one on their team has TP to match me. So, if I go bot lane here and just split push there with my TP, then the enemy team has no way of matching me with their own TP, right? If I would be applying pressure essentially. I'd be applying pressure essentially, and if they send someone to match me, then we have a 5v4 on the other side of the map because I have TP and they don't, right? But if they don't match me, then I take stuff, right? So it's kind of a really awkward spot for them right now. So we just split push bot lane here to leverage that pressure. So we see some action going on. Zinza is actually on the Baron, it looks like. Fair enough. So I'm just going to shove here. Mess with the Olaf here a bit. And I actually just want to get this inhibitor. But if Olaf is going to melee range me, then we're just going to so much strong. Or actually, fair enough. Their whole team is here. Maybe I can get the Smolder here. Can I burst him fast enough? The Soraka ult. That's so sad. That is my bad though. I didn't respect. I should have just identified. I was thinking that if I push hard here, then the enemy team gets zoned off from Baron. But the enemy team didn't even look like they were contesting Baron, right? We had decent wards of the area and we didn't see them on those wards. So that being the case, they probably weren't contesting. I didn't need to die there, so that is my bad. I should have just backed out there and we would have gotten the Baron, I would have lived. It is fine though, because I have my TP up and I can TP to this soul fight here, right? This dragon is soul. Dragon is spawning after I res. So, after I respawn. So, I should be there in time for the dragon fight. I even buy an elixir here because I want this power spike for the soul fight, right? Elixir is very gold efficient, but obviously they delay your next item. But I want the power spike now. Now, unfortunately, the fight does start before we get there. But we're gonna move over there quickly, see if we can get there before it's completely doomed. Leon does die though, but we do get Z ult. Now we're gonna jump onto the Olaf here. We don't need to use our E yet, nothing's really hitting us. And we don't really need the CC. Skarner ease us, but that's fine, we just take him out quickly. And we're gonna come down here and just collect our soul, you know, secure our prize here for winning the team fight. There we go, good stuff. Give the Brand the honey fruit here. Oh, I mean, if he's not going to take two of them, then I will. Don't mind if I do. And we're going to go into their jungle. Oh, that's a red buff. We're going to go grab that right there, dude. Do not mind if I do. Red buff, really nice on Jax. Blue buff too. Every buff is just really nice on Jax. And with how they changed it, that red buff now spreads to the whole team is just really nice. Little objective to grab when you can. Or I really like to, at least. I'm looking for picks here. Maybe something. I'm just going to hug the wall here so that that ward hopefully doesn't see me. And then I'm going to grab the Krugs here as well. No point in me recalling right now, so I'm just looking to do stuff. Because I'm full resources, because I don't have that much gold to spend. Maybe I can catch the Smolder here. He's playing very defensively, though. Either he's just playing safe, or they sold me on a ward. I'm gonna try to catch these minions here, but they are so fast, dude. Holy, and look at them go. Fight happening mid lane. That's fine, just screw those minions. I'm just gonna get these ones. And the fight's actually going on. More people are starting to arrive there, so I'm gonna make my way over there as well. I should have a really good flank angle here. So I'm gonna come in here from behind. Soraka flashes out, but that's fine because I get to jump on her head here. Stun her, and we've managed to finish her off. Maybe I can catch the Smolder here. I'll go look for him. Ah, that's slow. Ah, he stepped back into me. With the fleet, I don't know. It's fine, it's fine. We're just going to... I could probably have gotten him there, but it's fine. I just want to prioritize ending the game, hitting the towers and stuff, right? I don't think Smolder can stop us by himself. So we're just going to just hit towers, hit structures, and end the game, pretty much. I really don't think Smolder can hold us 4v1, right? So we should just be able to end the game whether he's alive or not. He's trying to clear our minions, so... I'm thinking maybe I can jump on him, but honestly, we need to just focus the tower here before the backdoor protection only kicks in. And we're just gonna hit the Nexus, and yeah, that's that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one.